Hi guys, it's Sam from Raggedy Bits. Welcome back to another week of Waste Not Wednesday. If you're seeing the little red button up the top there, that means you're catching me live. If you don't see that, that means you're you're watching the replay. So don't forget to comment hashtag replay and let me know where you're tuning in from, as I always love to hear where you're tuning in from. It's always such a blast. So while we're just waiting for everyone to jump on, I'm just going to fix up my technical side of things so that this way, if you would like to see the supply list of the goodies that I used for tonight's project, just comment link and that will pop a little message button up in your messenger. Just allow Facebook, just let Facebook know that it's okay for me to send you a message, yeah, the little list will pop up and you'll be able to go and see all the goodies that I've used. So just recapping what we did last week, we made these little pumpkin jars out of some jars that I found at the thrift shop, and I thought when I found them that they looked very much like pumpkins. So we added the Raggedy Bits Printable Halloween tags. This is the 31st one with a little creepy spider on it. And then we just embellished the top of the lid with a little spindle and some lace and some bits and pieces, and we turned it into this cute little lolly jar. So I sold the other one on the weekends of the Spooktacular market. So we also did another one. We just painted this one, the lid, in black, just as a little bit of a contrast. So yeah, they turned out really cute. I was really happy with how they turned out. And yes, I was very excited to see that one sold on the weekend. All right, so let me just see. Hey there, Chris. How you going, lovely? Thank you for tuning in. You received all of your goodies. Oh, I'm so glad that they've arrived safely, Chris. Thank you so much for your order. I've got this little curl happening tonight. Don't know where that's come from. Well, I do. My dad's had curly hair, so I think I'm getting curls as I get older. It's really funny. Although I did have wavy hair when I was a kid. So tonight I've got these little jack-o'-lantern MDF cutouts. I believe that I found these at Kmart last year, but I was also fortunate enough to find another one while I was out thrifting the other day. So keep an eye out, and I think Amazon has also got some if you want to get a hold of them, of one of these. But you could use this particular technique that we're doing on any sort of wooden cutout. Hey there, Gail. How you going, lovely? Hi, Dale. I don't know well, I'm running late, Chris, so it could be me. Sorry. I had a bit of emergency. You might notice I'm wearing different glasses. These are my old glasses. This is what's left of them. And as you can see, I tried to glue them back together, but it didn't work. So I had to drive all the way home and Jackie had to drive me all the way home because I couldn't see where I was going. So yes, I had to go get my glasses. So I'm running a bit late. So that could be where everybody is, Chris. Okay, so I have got, this is a new Raggedy Bits printable that I've printed out onto A3 paper. So it just goes, I just wanted to also show you how big you can blow up the printables, and it doesn't hurt the graphics at all. I've made sure that the graphics, if you decided to go, yeah, I know, right, Chris? It couldn't have, like, it literally happened about, I think it was about 20 minutes before I had to jump on, and I was like, oh no, this is not gonna work. Hey Kathy, how you going, lovely? Hey Amanda, how you going? So yes, I've printed this jack-o'-lantern printable out on A3. If you don't have access to an A3 printer, I know that you can you can actually do it through Officeworks. I have done that before I actually had access to A3 paper. So I used to just send it, I think I sent it off to Officeworks or something like that. yeah, and you just get it printed out on the A3. So it's just plain printed paper. And we're just going to have a little bit of fun decoupaging this onto this little wooden cutout. I was going to try and get 2. I was going to try and be cheeky. No, it's not going to work, but that's okay. So these were a couple of little things that I didn't get to do for the spectacular market, but I thought while I have it all out, I'm going to, you know, get it all ready, because I mean, I haven't even had, I know everybody's got Christmas stuff out now, but I'm still in Halloween mode. Have you guys started making Christmas stuff? I mean, I've been making little bits of Christmas stuff here, there, and everywhere, but not particularly a lot. I'm still loving making pumpkins. Okay, so I've just trimmed that down a little bit. I probably should have left that just a tiny weeny bit bigger, so that it covers. We may be just a little shy on the side there, but that's okay, because we're going to grubby it up anyway. So it's going to cover. I'm going to probably wrap that in jute. We'll see how we go. Okay, so just taking some decoupage. You could use Mod Podge if you wanted to. And I'm just going to start. If you're hearing noise in the background, that's the poor guy that runs the business next door. He's been going since I got here at 6 o'clock this morning. He has been going all day on his forklift, unpacking and doing all sorts of things. So, and he's still going tonight. So he's been busy. Hey there, Kayleen. How you going, lovely? I hope you're keeping well. All right. I better put down some baking paper so I don't make a mess. So the whole idea of this, making this little jack-o'-lantern, I thought he would be cute hanging on a door or leaning on a shelf. You could do really anything that you like. All right, I'm just gonna start from the top. I shouldn't have cut that off, because if I'm a little bit too short, I will have problems meeting it at the bottom of the pumpkin, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to put that on, and I'm going to make sure that I'm at the top and enough at the side, each side. Okay, so I'm just running my hands over the top of the paper just to make sure that that's all nice and stuck, and then I'm just going to pull this back. So what's everybody been busy creating? It's been a little crazy in here. Well, it's always crazy in here, but today was the new IOD release, so I have been so busy today packing orders and getting them ready to ship. And I don't know if you guys, what's your favorite out of the whole entire holiday collection? I can't pick this year. They're absolutely beautiful. I'm sorry about all that banging. It's the, oops, just missed his little teeth. Yeah, I definitely can't choose. You love the Christmas transfer? Oh, yes. They're beautiful. Which one in particular, Kayleen? Do you like the I think it was crimson velvet, kitschy Christmas or something like that? And then there was also another one, which I can't remember the name of. There's so many good ones. You've been making bracelets. Hey there, Carla. Long time no see. Nice to have you back again. I know you've had your plate full, by the way. You're getting ready for your Portland Twilight Markets this Saturday night. Oh, that's exciting, Kathy. That's exciting. I wish you all the very best. The Crimson Velvet transfer is your favorite. You love the gold one. The tinsel, is it tinsel? Yes, I love that one too. I love that one too. You love it all, Dale. I know, right? And you know, it's so annoying because, you know, like it's a limited edition. So once they're gone, they're gone. So if you're sitting on the fence about it all, I suggest you jump in quick, because they'll go. They'll all be like, I'm just about sold out of everything, and I'm not saying that to, you know, create a bit of a frenzy or whatever, or make you pressure buy, but I would just hate for you guys to miss out. You just watched Debbie DIY release video. Cool. I was going to do that tonight, you know, Gail, but I thought, you know what, I'll do, because I don't even think I'm going to be able to, I don't even think I'm going to have anything left for me at the way we're going. You love the Santa Tabers. Aren't they gorgeous, Chris? Yes. Oh, the cloches. Oh, I kind of feel like that would be my favorite, but I don't know. I'm so undecisive. Okay. All right. So I've just basically stuck that all on. So that's the back of it. You love the mold too. I'm going to have to, because my desk is nice and clean after I cleaned up after the for the spectacular market, I've put everything away, like literally away. So I didn't grab my little iron. So give me 2 seconds while I just grab that off the shelf. Sorry about that, guys. I just pushed everything over and it's now all over the floor, but that's okay. Just excuse me for 2 seconds. Sorry, guys. All right. So we've got our little iron on. I'm just going to go. I put some. Actually, I want to dry that off first so that we don't smudge any of that. Thanks, Chris. That's pretty well much what it went inside my head too. You should see the mess I made. I'm all organized. I've got everything's put away now, so I can't, like, I'm one of those crafters that I like to have everything out on the table in front of me. And then when I put things away, it's like, oh, where is that again? So I'm just running my little Cricut mini press over the jack-o'-lantern. So this will just get rid of any crinkles that I may have, which I had up the top here. Sometimes when you try and stretch it a little bit too much, it can give you crinkles, and now I'm just like running my hand over that whole entire printable and I can't feel it. Okay, so next up, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my little craft knife, And I'm just going to poke a hole in the eye. And then I'm just going to cut out his little eyes. I'm going to be a little bit rough because I'm going to use my little gator sander. And I'm going to do the same for his nose and his mouth as well. And then I'm just going to tidy up those edges. So that's what we're looking like so far. You were thinking that also. They look lovely, they sure do. Carla, they're really beautiful. And I cannot wait for my clear resin to arrive so that I can have a little play making some of the molds with clear resin. I cannot believe that we are talking about like Christmas and like all the shops, every single shop we've been into these last few days, they've got Christmas. I think Coles is about the only place that I didn't see any Christmas things. And it's like, well, we haven't even celebrated Halloween yet, which is a bit sad. Okay, I'm just going to pop that over there so I don't burn myself. And then I'm just going to grab my little gator sander. My glasses. Did I tell you about were you tuning in? This is what's left of my old glasses, Carla. That's it. That's all I got. That's why I was running a little bit late, because I had to race home. Well, actually, Jackie had to drive me home because I couldn't see. So these are my old glasses. I love them. Because as you know, I love polka dots. So I had to race home to get those, and that's why I'm a little bit late tonight. Because I thought, oh, I can't go on without my glasses. Do you know, which is a bad habit, because I need bifocals, so I'm constantly doing this. And they were up on my head, and because they were a bit loose, they just fell off, and I just went like that, and I snapped it. So, guess where I'm off to? Got to go to Specsavers on Friday. So Tanya, if you're on, I might be able to get your order right. If you're still watching, I'm getting you glasses, and they'll be bifocals, I can guarantee. Okay, so I'm just going to go around the edges. I thought you might like that one, Tanya. It was actually funny because I thought of you straight away when I broke them. I was like, oh, well, Tanya will be happy. Oh, dear. The things we do. Okay, so I'm not worried about up the top here because we're going to cover that up anyway with a little bit of jute. But you will see here, I have gone, like a little bit of the border is showing, but that's okay because I'm going to grubby it up anyway. So I was a little bit short, but I thought it doesn't matter because we're going to grubby the edges and everything anyway, so no one will know, just you and me. have to, because I won't be able to get my let's see how we go, gator into some spots, so I might just have to use the craft knife just to tidy those bits up a bit. Be a little bit fiddly, but it'll be worth it in the end. The pink, no, I didn't cut this one, Carla. This pumpkin came from Kmart last year, but when I was out thrifting the other day, I found this one. So, and I know Amazon has got some of them as well. I did mean to go and have a look for you and put it in the links for you tonight, but unfortunately, because I broke my glasses, I didn't get a chance to go grab a link off Amazon. But if you type in jack-o'-lantern wood cuttings, you might even find anything, not anything, you might even find some on Temu. I'm sure Temu would have them. And you'll get them in time for Halloween too. Oops. Just need to decoupage that bit down again. It's come away, or I didn't get it in the first place. You could also use one of those nail file sanders as well. I have one for scrapbooking, but I'm not going to make you guys wait while I go find it in my stash. This is doing the trick. Or even a nail file would do for these fiddly bits. Yeah, so I'm excited to make some projects with you guys with the new release, the IOD release. That'll be fun. Got a few projects in mind. They will be a little. They will be extra little on Temu. Yes, they will. they will. They will be, Carla. They will be. They'll probably be this big. They'll be cute though. They'll be super cute. Probably cut the shapes out, but I'm not that great at lining it back up when I go to stick it back down. I just like the fact that you can get like a nice crisp edge with this little number, this Gator sander. You really need to visit Specsavers herself and read the sizes of the thing. Well, don't we all? Don't we all? Sam will never let you. Sam will never live that down. Which one? Oh, the brushes. No, I will never. No. Oh, there's been plenty more. I'm just a little bit embarrassed to sort of show you my Temu boo-boos. Because you would think after the first time that you would learn, but I've got the whole, you know, she'll be right. She'll be right. You have been caught a few times, Carla, haven't you? I think we all have in some way or another. It's funny. I think we should start up a Facebook page with all with the funny things that we've bought on Temu that have not been what we expected. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And just when I thought he'd finished for the night, he started up again. He works so hard. Okay, so I think I finished my sanding. I'm just going to go around once more, and I'm not worried that I'm knocking back too much of the paper because, as I said, we are going to highlight the parts of his little face. Temu Blue, I love it. Did you just try and call me? That's weird because it just came up on my screen. All right, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Okay, so I'm just going to hold that up for you. Isn't he cute? I love this printable. I have something, I don't know, I've always had something about words and numbers when I'm making stuff. I just love it. Okay. All right. So before we make his little stalky bit, I'm going to grab some, not in grunge grey. Oh no. I grabbed, oh no, there it is. I'm going to grab my trusty Fusion espresso wax, and I'm just going to grab a little wax brush. Sorry about that banging, guys. And I'm just going to go around, actually before I do that, sorry, please hold. I'm going to go around in the clear wax, which is over on my workbench. 2 seconds. So this is the Fusion Clear Wax. I'm going to go down with that first, so that if I do happen to go on a little bit too heavy, I can always knock it back. And this also helps to seal the paper. And as I said, this is just normal printer paper that I have printed out on too, and I've used the size A3. And if you are just tuning in and would like the supply list for tonight's project, just comment link, and that will take you to the list of goodies. that I use. Romper Stomper Zerine Overdrive, yes. That was a funny meme, wasn't it, with the Temu in the tent. There was also another one that Carla sent to me recently about a car, and he had his tire. I'll share that on my page. Or did I already share that on my page? I can't remember. If I haven't, I'll share it on my page tomorrow. It is absolutely hilarious. All right, so now I'm going on with my espresso wax in my giant wax brush. Just going to dob it around first. And then I'm going to grab just a clean section of my Chuck's cloth, and I'm just going to zhuzh around in circles. The paper is mottled as it is, but this just helps sort of deepen it a little bit and create a little bit of shadowing. Do you know what I should have done? I should have torn off that white. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I may need to just come in and, if I can't cover it though, those white strips off, I should have taken them off. Anyway, I can always colour match and come back later and cover him up a little bit. So I'm just going around his eyes and nose. Just to create a little bit of depth. On the sides. You love the paper? Thank you, Dale. I have so much fun designing these and my decoupage papers. This one was fun. I love the colors. Okay, so that's what we're looking like so far. So as you can see on the side here, that I probably should have taken that off. Actually, I'm going to see if I can do something. I'm going to sand this back a little bit so that it's more, it looks like more of the wood is sort of exposed, and take off some of that paper. And then I'm going to come back in and grubby it up. It didn't deepen it enough to kind of like look like it's part of the pumpkin, if that made any sense at all. Way it'll look like I've just distressed it a little bit, and then we'll darken it up. Okay, so I'm just going to go back over again with the dark wax, and yep, that's done the trick. Back around all the edges. you, Carla. Did I miss something up here? Hey there, Margaret. I didn't see you sneak on. Hope you're keeping well this week. Might even just put, oops, a little bit of the dark wax on the top of the stalk there, even though I'm going to cover it in jute. That way it won't, if it, like a little bit of the wood comes through. So that's what we're looking like so far. Okay, so now that I've done that little bit, I'm going to grab my jute. I'm going to use that one. And I'm basically just going to go around the stalk in the jute. Just put a little bit of glue down, hot glue down on the back. Also the front, just to get me going so that it doesn't slip from the front, and then I'm just going to wind it around and around. We're also going to probably put a little bit of a messy bow because I've got some fabric here which I actually saved off, believe it or not, off my sheets. They're like the little, you know, like the little pouches that your sheets come in. And these I got from Kmart because I just love this fabric. This is the quilted gingham ruffle set. I just love it. It's so pretty. And these are my flannelette. Now you know what I've got, sheets I've got on my bed. This is not a Temu roll of jute. Definitely not. Been making mold wings to use. Ooh, Margaret. Looking forward to seeing that. You've been talking about that project for a little while. That'll be, ooh, I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so let's get back to wrapping up this little stalky. I'm just putting glue intermittently so that it just helps keep the jute in place and not slip. And then I'm getting to the top, so I'm just going to glue that off at the back. We don't see the little join. So have you been making your wings out of the resin, Margaret, or out of the clay? Okay, so that's what our little jack-o'-lantern's looking like so far. Spooky. Let's turn that over. Okay. Rid of some of this stuff. So now I'm just going to take my this material because I love it so much. And I thought these were kind of like nice sort of Halloween-y colours to use, even though they're not your classic Halloween colours. It's a good way to, you know, like I thought this is such a waste of material to throw out. That's what it looks like on the bed. Doesn't it look cute? I love it. I just love it. And it's got like ruffles everywhere. I'm such a girl. Such a girly girl. All right. I'm gonna probably cut off this bit of elastic. And then I'm going to try and see if I can rip it, which I can. It's gonna make a mess. And we're gonna make a little bit of a messy bow. So I'm just gonna cut off a couple of strips. And I may even grubby this up. Oh, that's got the seam line in it. That's why that's not cutting. Big bangs. I might just do one more, considering he is quite a big jack-o'-lantern. Please that I'm finally started it so I could order more mods this clay so I can cut her shoulders so James do so. Ooh, that sounds like fun, Margaret. That sounds like fun. All right, so I'm gonna do the same again with this florally. This is actually like flannelette, but I really love this pattern. It's really pretty. Just need to find the bottom of it so that there it is. Oh no, that's not it. This one's got sort of like a seam in the bottom of it. Okay, so I'm just going to cut another 3 strips. May need to tidy that up on the bottom there. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever torn what do you call it? Flannelette before. We may have to cut it. We'll see. Just going to make it about the same width as. I know that this will obviously make a bit of a mess too. Oh no, it rips. Clearly that's not straight. Tidy that up a bit. Don't think that worked. Oh boy. We'll use this bit instead. Just tidy that up. It's a little bit out of whack there. Oi, oi, oi. And we're going to grubby this up. I think we need to grubby it up because I think the contrast is a little bit too in your face. All right, so I'm going to do my usual trick and lay this down. I'm also going to grab some lace. I've also got this window, I like this window ribbon that I thought we could use, but I think it all needs to be grubbied up to make it look nice and spooky. So I'm just going to cut those. Actually, I should have probably worked out. Doesn't matter. So we'll use it in another bow, I'm sure. Sorry if you didn't hear me then. I do have some jute as well, but I think we'll see how we go. I'm so sorry about the noise, guys. Got a pin in it. All right, now I'm going to grubby all this up with a little bit of coffee. I love this bit. Don't know why, because I always go home smelling like coffee. Make sure that that's all spread out, and then I'm going to grab my mister bottle, put that out of the way so I don't wet anything. Just going to lightly wet everything, and then I'm going to grab my good old trusty Audi coffee. Sprinkle dinkle over the whole entire ribbons. Oops, I left a little bit there. Have you guys tried this technique? Let me know in the comments if you've tried it. Obviously, if you want it really super duper grubby, you use lots and lots of coffee. I'm going to see how that looks. I'm going to wet it again. And then I'm just going to use my hands and just sort of dab over everything. We may lose the ginghamy bit after we've stained it, but that's okay. You have? Not that, but you've used coffee. Yes. You would have, Chris, with all the goodies well, back in the day when we used to make all those primitive dolls and things. We would have, you would have definitely. It's funny how things go round in cycles, isn't it? It's all that sort of stuff is making a bit of a comeback. Okay, so I'm just gonna now shush it all up, and if I need to, I can always come back and grubby it up a little bit more. This just kind of helps move the coffee through the fabric and the ribbon. Kind of like making salad, tossed salad. I have used cinnamon, haven't used coffee yet. Oh yes, cinnamon's another good one. It makes it smell nice too. Yeah, the good old days. That's right, Chris, they were. But yours always looks, oh, I don't believe that colour. I don't believe that. I'm sure yours look beautiful. Well, I have seen yours. Everything that you make is beautiful. Wow, Chris, I might hold on to those for a little bit. I know. Like I've got boxes and boxes of dolls that I've put away that I've made myself, and I'm like, I don't know. Because you know how much goes into them and how much love you poured into them. It's like, I don't really want to, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to dry that off now with my heat gun. You can also do it in the microwave as well. Okay, so now we've got to untie everything. So we've still got the pattern there. It's just not as bright, but as you know, you can always not coffee it or stain it as much as I have. And then we're going to start our bow. I'm just going to pull this out into ribbons so that I'm going to cut them in half, because I think, and then that gives me enough to play around with a bit. That flanalette's still a little bit too wet. I'm just going to dry that a little bit more. Everything else is dry, it's just the flannelette. So I'm going to make my little piles. And then we'll start building the bow. And if I don't end up using all of the ribbon, there's always the other one that I can use it on. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the window ribbon. I'm just going to layer that on top of each other. I'm going to do two of the same fabrics at a time. Oh, stuck to me. I'm just going to cross them over as I'm doing. Have you guys tried making a messy bow before? Take that off. I'm going to put this one on first, the little gingham. Just going to see what that looks like. I'm just going to go one more layer and see what that does. And then if it's too buffy, I'll take this layer off. You've got an obsession with the bow, Deborah. I'm not surprised. It's such a cool tool to use to make your bows, and especially now with Christmas coming. What did I do after that? Can't remember. Oh, it was that one. Finish off with the lace. This might be a little bit too full on, but we'll see. I love it. So see where we're going? Okay, so I've just picked up that in the center now, and now I'm going to use my giant ball, not my Temu ball, jute. Save those for the other one. I'm just going to use a bit of jute to tie all the layers together. I don't think he's going to have any floor left in his factory soon. Okay. So that's what it's looking like at the front there. Tie this off at the back. Thank you, Dale. Got my fake tan. Who needs a fake tan when you've got coffee? Just rub that all over your body. Alright, and then this is the bit where you sort of just zhuzh it all up and make it all messy, hence the reason why it's called a messy bow. And obviously the more layers you do, the more fuller it gets, and you just sort of cut off any little bits that are sticking out. My little jack-o'-lantern. I've also got some greenery here. Where's the other one gone? Which I thought to kind of like break the bow. See what that looks like. What do you guys think? Should we add the greenery? I'll hold this up before I commit. Add the greenery or leave the greenery off? I feel like it breaks it a little bit. I did also have some, I think this is going to be, it's too dark. Maybe we could add it in, I don't know. I'll show you what it looks like with just the little black. That looks cool too, because it blends in with the printable. Let me know if you think we should do the greenery or the black. That probably wasn't very... Greenery looks great. Yes, 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 greenery, greenery, greenery. Greenery, greenery, greenery. No black? I threw that in last minute. This bow's a little bit, still a bit damp. I'm just gonna dry it again. You like that too? Yeah, that's what I thought too. As soon as I added it, I was like, ooh, that looks a little bit nice too. Black cute. Chris is still going with the greenery. You like both, Dale? Oh, you've put me, you guys are gonna make me, I have to make a decision? No. Okay, let's look at this again. I feel like that needs another couple though. The black. Looks a little bit cute. And then I do have a rusty jack-o'-lantern little bell, which I cannot locate. I'll have to do that off screen. Combo maybe? I don't know, I think that if I add the greenery, it's gonna, I think it looks a little bit, I think it has to be one or the other. What do you guys think? Try and hold this up. That's with, that was with both. That's with both. I don't know. I think it's got to be one or the other. I need to make a decision. Decision. What happened to the little black bit? Oh, there it is. You like it all to get all together. You think you're black now. Dale's black. Go black. Okay. Chris, it's all hinging on you. Sorry, Chris. It's all you now. It's all you. And I kind of like the bow off to the side a little bit and straight on. Or does it look better straight on? Oh gosh, too many decisions. Actually, it looks better on the top. Black, black, black. All right, we're going black. Okay, I'm gonna stick down the bow first and then I'm gonna plate so that I can place in my black behind. Just need to give that a bit of a haircut. And of course, you know, like if you don't like the black flecks of the coffee through your bow, all you have to do is just wet it and just manipulate it with your hands. Whereas I like that look just because it just makes it look a little bit more aged. But it's entirely, you know, like it's personal preference, I guess. Chop that back a bit. Okay, now I'm going to go in so that I can place my black little black sprigs where I'd like them to go. Keeping in mind that you don't want it coming down too much on the jack-o'-lantern's eye. And then I'm going to do the same again for this side. Okay, just fix up any loosey bits on your bow that are hanging a bit too low in the eyes. Ooh. And I think I will have to go in hunt of a, do you know what I thought? That was the other thing that I thought. Sorry, got too many things going on. No, doesn't work. I was thinking of using this as a stalk. It's like a little pulley, but it doesn't look right. It's too heavy. But I will go and search for my little rusty jack-o'-lantern bells. As I said, I ran out of time because I had to go fetch my glasses. Just want to see what a little bow, which is what I will connect that to. And the other thing that I do have here, which I thought would be kind of cool, but it might not sort of stand out with the black of the green, not the black greenery. This is wired, like it's like a jute, but it's like it's dark brown. It's not like the traditional jute color. It's in the gardening section on Amazon. I didn't leave the link in the list of supplies because I wasn't sure whether or not I would use it or not. But I thought it just might, and we might lose it. But we'll see what happens. I've just tied that round, bent that round the end of a paintbrush. You kind of lose it because it's the black. What do you guys think? Can you see that? Should we add those or leave them off? I kind of like it, but you kind of do lose it. Looks better coming out the top. I'll do up another one for the other side. Not my scissors, these ones. Don't tell my husband that I've taken his pliers. In fact, I somehow ended up with 2 of them. He doesn't know. It's okay. And I think they're his good ones because they've got the red on the handle. He'll be right. Okay, I'm just going to wind that around. Well, he took my drill, so we've got to share. Okay. Is that what the tendrils go for it? The more the better. You like them but don't need. You like them, Carla? I suppose it adds a little bit of depth. I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue down and pop that one in there. This is definitely a grungy jack-o'-lantern. And I think once I find my little rusty bell, jack-o'-lantern bell, that'll look cute with the jute bow in the center. If only I didn't have to go and get my other glasses. If only. Okay, and there are 2 little holes here, which you can hang, like you can poke a little hole in them to make it back into a door hanger. There we go, guys. I don't know what that is, Chris. Simon bought me a bag of tools and he said, He came home all excited one time and was like, oh, babe, I bought you some tools. I was like, oh, that's really sweet. No worries. All brand spanking new Ryobi drill. There was like a staple gun in it. There was all sorts of things. And is it anywhere to be seen down here? Mm-mm. It's in his shed. It's in his shed. So I should steal them back one day. So yeah, as I said, there are 2 little holes there. So you could poke little holes, poke some holes through the paper and make that hang again, which I might do because I think he'll look, how cute will he look hanging on the door? But as I said, I am going to go find my bells, and I'm going to probably but I will take a photo of this tomorrow. I think that just makes it, and have a little, oh, sorry, there's a little glue thing. Anyway, guys, I'll find the bell and I'll take a photo of it and I'll share it with you tomorrow here on my page. Chris, I don't know. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, guys. It's Jill-O-Lantern. Yes, it's Jill-O-Lantern. That's a good idea. I like that. She's a girl. Jill. It's Jill-O-Lantern. I love it. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it a night. As I said, I will take a photo of this and tomorrow, and I will post it on my page here, and so you can have a look at it. But as I said, I am going to add a rusty bell in the middle there. I just have to find it. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for keeping me company. You're welcome, Chris. Night-night, Margaret. Sleep tight. Thank you so much for keeping me company tonight. I'll see you. Bye, Kathy. I'll see you guys next week for Waste Not Wednesday. Big hugs. Bye.